Oh, is that what we are doing today?
Yes,
You're hanging with me the whole day
back
today.
the old times. Hi guys, I'm Swati Chopra and today we are going to be spending the day with Sonali Bendre as she shoots for a promotional campaign. So let's go see what her day looks like. Let's go. And there she is.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, it's so good to see you.
Yeah,
Can I help you
same
with your
here.
bag?
No,
How
not
are
at
you?
all. I'm good. What's up?
Not much. It looks like you're already ready.
Nearly ready. All ready for Broken News. We're starting the promotions. I'm excited.
Sonali, you've of course been in the industry for what now? Over 30 long years.
Wow, you're
Right.
making me feel ancient.
No, but look at you. Who'll say?
I don't want to feel so ancient. I don't feel it.
That's it. That's all it is. Never to feel it. So when you look at your time back then, right? I'm sure there were no vanity vans, getting ready, a huge
God.
entourage. The times have changed tremendously. So how
Thank
do you
God
view this
for
show?
it. Thank God for that. Thank God for clean bathrooms. The only two women on the sets used to be the hairdresser and the actor,
Yeah.
female actor. That's it.
Right.
Everybody else was a male. So now to have, and my whole team is all women now, and I love it. It's
Yeah.
it's a sisterhood I like.
Absolutely. Should we go
Yeah.
up and see?
Yes, let's see.
Let's go. Do you find doing promotional shoots and the way things are promoted today a little difficult?
You know, the promotion used to be different. There used to be a couple of channels, even at that point of time, like Lehere and all that.
Yeah.
They used to come on set and we used to do the interviews, and they were print, lot of print. So we would have journalists who would come and they would hang the whole day on the set. Oh, is that what we are doing today? You're hanging
exactly.
with me the whole
We're
day
bringing back
today.
the old times.
Yeah, so they would hang, and it was fun, and a lot of times they would you got to know each other, and it was more fun.
Right.
In that sense, because there were less people,
Right.
it was much more personal.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go
Let's
to
go.
your room?
Yep. Let's go.
This is your green room for the day.
Yep. Here we are.
Good morning. Oh, sorry. Did I step on you? No, that's okay. I've missed these morning hugs. Sonali and I have like a ritual of the best morning hugs
I
before
love
our
it.
shoot.
How are you?
Seeing out the agents.
I know.
Working
It's
on.
been too long.
All set?
Yeah. All set.
I finished my bites.
You finished?
Yeah.
Chalo,
I think
I'll get ready.
You get ready.
Shreya, would
Yeah,
you like
not
to
a
sit
bad
and chat
idea.
with us for 2 minutes?
Yeah, come on.
Yes,
sit
please.
down.
Yeah, please, sir. You got coffee?
No.
My coffee jug is.
You and your famous.
Yeah, but
coffee
it's a
shop.
diluted coffee, no? It's more hot water and less coffee.
I think I need to just have all the things you are having.
Just
because
sips of it. Sip,
Little
sip,
bit.
sip.
Yeah.
Shreya, that's exactly what I asked her. How are you staying so fit? But not like you have anything to complain about.
For you, what I realize, it comes naturally to you.
You know, honestly, the weight that I am just now, my third trimester of pregnancy was this weight. So for me, it is weight because my body is not
Yeah.
like this. So
Yeah.
I feel it. I
Yeah.
feel this weight.
Yeah.
But now it's the 6th year, babe. 6th year of scans coming clear. Now,
Touch wood. I mean,
all this while it was healing, now I'm going to get back into shape.
I mean, for me, honestly, it's genuinely so inspiring because I feel like I don't think anybody should be defined by what they go through in life or health or anything, but you've taken it in such a positive way, like in your strides, that just as a person, not even as an actor, like I'm in awe of the discipline and just the conscious choices you make in general.
But there's no option,
Yeah,
no? When
there's
you've
no
been
option.
through this,
I
then
know.
there's no option.
I know.
See, there's two ways of looking at it. So I could think of literally
Yeah.
5 years
Yeah.
that I've lost. I can look at it
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
or I can look at it like some 50 years of experience that I gained.
Yeah, cheers!
Guys, I know you all have a lot to shoot for the day, so I have just one quick question for you all. What is your takeaway from working with Sonali?
I would say the biggest takeaway would be that don't be afraid to come in with an attitude of learning, with an attitude of discipline, in spite of having had that kind of fame and success. I mean, I see that even with my parents, that you keep your ego aside, keep everything aside and come on set like a student. And I see that I saw that even with Shahrukh when I worked with him in Fan. So, in spite of being such a huge star, in spite of having all that experience, I think you came on set with the mentality of a student.
I came on set so nervous.
Yeah, but that's a
because
good thing, I
everything
feel.
was so different from what I had done at
Yeah.
that point of time.
Yeah.
And, for that, I have to say the set really kind of,
Yeah.
gave me a hug, I would say.
Yeah.
All of you just took me and,
Yeah.
like helped the process
Yeah.
so much. So, yeah.
And it's also, I think, this willingness to want to collaborate, want to work together.
But that's the best part
Yeah,
of our job.
honestly. But not many people are open to it. Trust me, not many
that's the
people.
joy.
I know, but not many people want to enter a set with
I
that
think
energy.
maybe I have worked on sets which have been horrible for so long.
Listen,
Then I appreciate a set when it's a good one. Let me put it that way.
I know.
think that's the
And
thing.
as an actor, we can't take it for granted. We
Yeah,
absolutely
You
can't.
never know what set you're going to be on
Yeah.
next.
You get ready, Aram.
Yeah, I'm just going to change
Okay.
and all of that. Yeah.
See you.
See you, baby.
Thanks.
Guys, come, let's get ready. Shall we?
All right, Sonali, we'll see you. Thank you so much
Okay,
for
see you.
this time. We're going
Bye.
to see you in
Bye.
surprise.
Camera rolling. And action.
It got done very fast. I would love to take you back to your first ever shoot. Do you remember what that was like? Getting or getting your first ever modeling assignment. How about we talk about that first? Yeah.
My first ever shoot was a photo shoot with
Yeah.
Gautam Rajyadhyaksha and Mickey Contractor doing the makeup. And I remember it was very funny because I came in and Mickey says, who comes to a shoot without eyebrows being done? But my eyebrows had never been done before that. So I was young and really raw.
But also
So
stunning.
it was the first time that he did my eyebrows and we did the shoot. We were shooting for, in today's day and age, that product is very politically incorrect, let me say.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, that was the ad film that I shot for also. And I must have been in 12th standard at that time. It was great pocket money. It started with as that, and then I realized that this was a great way to earn some money, which was legit and which was good, and it could really, I could set myself up in this. Of course, my parents were totally against it, and it was like, what the hell, what is happening? And it was chaos. And then my mother needed a promise that I will complete my education. So I did. I was in 12th. I promised her I would be a graduate, which I did. For my father, I promised him that just graduation and just give me a couple of years more, because I would still be eligible for to write my IAS exams and all of those exams. And I'll do what you want.
It works
but
for
give
everybody.
me a little time.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of struck this bargain with them. And of course, I started and there was no looking back.
Yeah.
So, yes.
But do you remember what those days were like for you when you were maybe trying to get a project in the ads or, giving auditions for films? Do you remember what those days were like for you?
So I never gave auditions for the films. I never
Okay.
thought of doing films. It was only about this. The beautiful part of that time was that there was a transition happening where ads were concerned. It was less about the ramp shows for me.
Yeah.
I did very few shows. The only time I have walked the ramp is when I've been supporting some charity. Otherwise, it was too overwhelming for me, and the women were fabulous and so grown up, and I was a little petrified of them.
Because you were younger.
That was the time when ads started telling a little story. And so that was just the right time for me. You needed models who could express.
Yeah.
So I fit right
Wow.
in, and so that trend was just changing. Before that, there were only shots of models walking, twirling, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this is when those little stories had started. So it was perfect for me.
Yeah. So when you look back at your journey, what are some of the highlights that kind of come to your mind thinking, these were probably the 3 top highlights in my career?
When I saw my first ever modeling contract, and
Yeah.
when I saw what the contract was for, which today looks very tiny, but at that time, trust me, it felt like a lot of money. I don't think that I can ever forget that moment and the joy of that moment. And also that was also something where the kind of security that gave me was something that was a feeling that I kept craving for and looking for after that. Yeah.
I guess in those times, women were also just coming into their own and becoming independent. So the
You know,
kind
I
of
never thought of it
independence.
like, sorry, I
okay.
never thought of it like, oh, it was me as a woman doing it. I needed the money. And that was about it. There were bills that were pending, and I needed to get to work. My family was going through really tough times at that point. So it all just kind of fell into place. It was just meant to be, I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you look at, all these years of the industry, what are some of the changes that you as an actor have seen on sets?
I like when we started, I mentioned to you the huge changes, the amount of women on sets now, which was never really, and I really love that. Also, everybody was doing everything kind of a feeling, you know. So I came into the industry as a profession, you know. It was not like, oh, this is my passion. I grew to love what I was doing.
Interesting.
So that was not something that I came with that, oh, I love doing this and so I'm going to do it. It was more like I need the money, so I'm doing it. And it took me a lot of time to realize that, oh, I have actually fallen in love with what I do. Honestly, from single cinemas came in multiplexes, from multiplexes came in OTT, and you know, the storytelling has boomed, and there's just so much more scope for different voices and different storytellers to come in, and that storytelling kind of gives you a chance, and different kind of actors a chance to show their talent.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the wonderful thing about today.
Right. So a little earlier when we were talking to Shriya, she spoke very highly of you when she said you're an absolute positive energy, and the kind of the zest that you have for life and the way you are and the way you've taken everything in your stride, because we know that was one of the toughest times probably. In situations like this, you know, Sonali, what is it that maybe keeps you going, and what are the learnings from such difficult times one goes through?
One, Shreya is very kind. She's such a darling. I would say for me, the toughest time, more than the illness that I went through, because I had amazing support at that time. I think for me, toughest time more than the illness was when I started working. I was so raw. I had never been exposed to films. We never watched films. We were given books always. And film magazines or fashion magazines existed was not something that I knew. You didn't have social media and stuff like that to know all of that. I had not lived in Mumbai. I had just come into Mumbai. I had traveled the length and breadth of the country because my father was on a transferable job. So for me, that period where I didn't have friends, it was just the family. And really, because you're constantly moving every 2 years, that support system was not there. And also the fact that I was so young, and that was the first, I would say, break from idealism. And you know that that
the
time
introduction to a
when
new world,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and it felt like I was on Mars. You know, it was so different, the world for me, that it literally felt like I was on Mars.
Sonali, I know we're very short on time and you have a long day ahead of you. So I'm going to quickly take one more question. If you had to kind of, you know, tell the women that are entering the industry today, what are some of the things that you would like to tell them as they maneuver through this industry that at times can feel very overwhelming?
Yeah.
Also because of the social media, it's too much.
I think all our kids are going through that actually, because what used to be something that, you know, when you enter a media profession, where you are in public eye, what was the feeling at that time is something that everybody in this generation or even younger are going through now. So in a way, it's not as unique as it used to be for me, because this kind of public glare was not on me before. But now all of us go through that because of social media all the time. So I think the girls who are coming in kind of are used to that and kind of know that. So there are different challenges for them than what I faced. Little difficult to kind of give some sort of an advice to them. But I will say one thing, and that is that, you know, it's a profession. And if you love the job that you're doing, it makes doing the job easier. But the fact of the matter is that it's a workplace. And if you can kind of understand the difference between the work and your personal life, and if you can kind of have a little bit of a compartmentalizing there, it will keep you saner.
When you see something like it's very different today for me and different for the women that are there, right? But do you as an actor find it challenging to kind of adjust to this whole social media world? And do you much rather prefer that the cameras weren't on you all the time?
I do. Definitely. I mean, I have this is the world today, and you have to accept that and evolve. Otherwise, you have to grow. And if you don't grow, then you're finished. But it's a change that's difficult to accept. And I have my struggles with it. Let's put it that way.
I think everybody does. Well, we're going to let you go for now and get on with your shoot.
Okay, I'll see you.
All right. Thank you.